Well, good evening and welcome to tonight's international friendly between Greece and Italy. Whilst many holidaymakers head to the plethora of Greek islands for a break, the Azzurri head to Crete at the dawn of a new era and ready to work before hitting the beaches of Greece. Both sides will be watching the World Cup from the comfort of their own homes, but with places up for grabs before the Nations League begins this autumn, both sides will want to finish this international window, on a high. Greece are a fairly settled side heading into this one, but for the Italians, who are missing out on the third World Cup in a row, it's out with the old and in with the new, with new interim and former under-21s manager Silvio Baldini having called up many young and some unfamiliar faces as he looks to usher in a new era before a permanent manager is appointed. Who knows? If this camp ends well, he may be part of the conversation and Italian football's future. I'm your commentator, Ben Hayes, and it's a pleasure to be bringing you live radio commentary of this international fixture between Greece and Italy. So without further ado, let's get into the team news. Greek head coach Ivan Jovanovic makes 8 changes from the side that started against Sweden on Thursday, as Vlachodimos starts in goal in place of Zalakis, and Hatzikarios, Vagianidis, Kyriakopoulos, Mouzakatis, Triantis, Douvikas and Mazouras all start. Mazouras has been rewarded for his last-minute equaliser as Greece drew in their last game with World Cup-bound Sweden 2 goals each. As for the visitors, interim head coach Silvio Baldini makes just 2 changes from the side that beat Luxembourg. 1-0 on Wednesday as Favasuli and Cherubini make way, and Atalanta's Honest Ahano and Genoa's Jeff Ekator start from the off, with Ekator making his debut for the Azzurri. Both sides are on the field in what looks a very misty evening here in Crete at the Pankratio Stadio, home of OFI Crete FC and Ergotelis FC. It's only the 12th time that these two sides have faced each other, with Italy having won 7, Greece having won once. That was in a 2-1 friendly back in 1972. And the other 3 games have been a draw. So this 12th meeting between the two, where will it go? Well, as we say, for the side in all blue, that is the home side this evening here in Greece. All blue shirts, blue shorts, blue socks and some white trimmings. For that home side, as we said, looking settled. Few players being called up for the first time to this Greece national side. But they should be comfortable with each other, in a bit of a rhythm with head coach Jovanovic. And let me run you through the starting 11 for Greece, with Vlachodimos in goal, then Vagianidis, Retsos, Hatzikarios, Koulariakis, Kyriakopoulos in the back line, then Triantis and Mouzakatis in the base midfield, with Mazouras, Zolis and Douvikas leading the line. And for Italy in all white this evening, their away kit of all white, they've gone with the experienced and captain Donnarumma in goal, with Ahano, Komutso, Chiarodia and Bertesaghi in the back line, with Pasili, Lipani, Ndawa in midfield, and then a front 3 of Ekator, Esposito and Colioso leading the line for the Azzurri. So yes, Donnarumma is the most experienced player in this Italian side, with 83 appearances for his country, this being the 83rd, of course. He played 90 minutes in the game against Luxembourg. He's the only one who played 90 minutes, as there's been lots of changes, we've said, this Italian side who have missed out on a 3rd World Cup in a row. Lots of changes have been made while Silvio Baldini has been in interim charge. And it will be interesting to see where Italy go from here. Of course, 4-time World Cup winners. They won the Euros just 5 years ago. But what a change there has been. Baldini came in back in April, took over from Gennaro Gattuso. The infamous Gattuso, playing in the heart of midfield for such a long time for Italy and for a host of Italian clubs. And not even the great Gattuso could get Italy qualified for USA, Mexico and Canada World Cup. And of course, neither of these two sides are going to be stateside, and they'll be watching it at home, which I'm sure brings some level of comfort, but I'm sure they would all love to be itching to be there, as now the two sides are just huddled together on the centre circle. They've just had minutes applause as a series of names are appearing on the big screen here in the Pancratio Stadio. This wonderful stadium with an athletics track running right the way around it, so there is a bit of a distance between fans and players. Sometimes that can be comforting, particularly for a side such as Italy, just being a little bit further away from some of the noise. I'm sure some of it at the moment is noise of despair and noise of anger, as their side have missed out yet again. And of course we should also mention our thoughts and our prayers, as there was news that Christian Eriksen, the Danish footballer, has collapsed on the pitch but is conscious and doing well. That was in Denmark's game earlier on today. It's the second time that such an incident has happened. But our thoughts and prayers with him, with his family and with the rest of the Denmark national side, as the referee blows his whistle and we get things underway here. Greece kicking us off from right to left. And we are away, the final international game for these two sides in this window before they all go their separate ways and off for a break. As it comes up for Greece on the right far hand side as I see it, and they're just playing it around at the back, and it goes all the way back to Vlachodimos of Newcastle in his all yellow strip, bright sunburst yellow. Rolls it out from under his feet and sends it long up high over the halfway line. Headed back though, as now they look to come forward. It's Pisili breaking for, and he's taken a crunching challenge there as Triantis goes in hard. And the referee is, I think, just going to call this one up, because that looked late and nasty. Pisili was breaking forward, trying to get his side on the front foot. Trianos just a bit of a follow through. Pisili hit the ground hard. Of course, the players using the Trionda ball, the ball that will be used in the World Cup, of course. I'm sure that will be an unwelcome sight for both of these two sides. Know that they're playing with the ball that they're ultimately not going to play with at the finals. And Italy get this back underway, as it's now with Comuzzo playing it back to his centre-back partner Chiarodia. Where I gave the Greek starting 11, I will give the Italian one briefly. Italy's just on the ball with Colioso, playing it back towards Ahanor. Ahanor making his second start. Ball goes out of play on this right-hand side, this near side for Italy. Let me just give you the Italian starting lineup in just a moment, as the throw-in goes into the penalty area. Cleared away though by the home side for another throw into Italy. Esposito couldn't quite flick it on to whoever it is that was lurking at the back. It was Ekator. In fact, the referee's just asked for this throw to be taken again. It goes back to Comuzzo. Back in towards the centre circle and into the Italian half, but forward it goes now from Chiarodia. On the far side with Bertasaghi, playing it down the left-hand side, down right onto the line where he finds Ndao. Hugging that far touchline as the ball makes its way now from left to right. It's with Ahanor of Atalanta, who just cuts it back over the halfway line. Forward it goes again. Colioso now to Pisili. Pisili clips it neatly over to the left-hand side as Italy look to get forward. Bertasaghi cutting it back inside there to Ndao. Back to Bertasaghi on the left-hand side, playing it backwards. Greece sitting quite deep at the moment. Almost every play inside the Greek half. Breaking forward now is Comuzzo. He's got space to run into, but in the end opts to play it back as he had Duvikas of Como in front of him. I'm sure Duvkas will know many of the Italian side playing in Serie A for Como, who are going to be Champions League bound after their fantastic 4th place finish. Still with Italy, but it goes all the way back now to Donnarumma in a rather deep green head-to-toe kit. Long ball sent forward, chasing on to the end of it now, and a strike coming in for Italy just wide. It was Akator looking to get a goal on his debut. With only minutes on the clock, what a debut goal that would have been. Just didn't quite sit up right for him. First touch looked good, but the second, his strike just wide of the post. He was met though, Vlachodimos rushing out in his big yellow frame. Just did enough to put him off. Long ball sent up towards Zolis. Sent back though into the heart of defence. Zolis was instrumental in the last game. 80 minutes, 1 assist. A real playmaker he is, and particularly for Club Brugge, where he's got 108 appearances, 43 goals, and he's in some fine goal-scoring form. I'm sure that the home side will be hoping that he can get firing tonight, as the ball is now at the back with Kouliarakis. Playing it inside, and up it goes now, but a misplaced pass. Honest Ahonor will step inside and regain possession for Italy. Neatly passed back, though, by Akator. Now with Nadal, right on the edge of the centre circle in the Greek half, playing it out to his right, finds Ahonor. Ahonor cuts back inside to find Pisili, who plays it back to Camuzzo. Does look as if Pisili's been given a bit of free rein to roam and to really create in this Italian side. As the ball makes its way over to the right-hand side with Bertasaghi, who's getting forward at will and at ease. Infield to Camuzzo. Striding forward. Lofted pass up towards the edge of the penalty area. Headed back, though, by Bertasaghi, where he now finds Ekator on the edge of the area. Plays it back. Cleared away, though, by Greece. 5 minutes gone. Still locked at 0-0 as the ball goes out of play. Just shy of the halfway line. Ball still in the Greek half. And it is a throw-in to the side in blue. That is Greece. If you've just joined us, it's 0-0. 6 minutes played. Greece, the home side, in blue. And Italy, the away side, in white. You'd be forgiven for thinking that the kits should be swapped, but there you go. Everybody in these new Adidas strips with the trefoil logo. Each one looking sharp and crisp as the ball is played out to Hadzikiakos, who, as chance happens, his debut came against Italy in the Euro 2020 qualifiers. It was a 2-0 loss that day. Ball in the centre circle, played back by Lipani into the heart of defence. Now with Camuzzo. Seen a fair amount of the ball. There's lots of ball-playing centre-backs do these days. Misplaced pass, though, and Greece can win it back. And now look to try and come forward, but it's sloppy in possession, but hard in the challenge to win it back, and it's battle in midfield. And Greece at the moment have just come out the stronger. Really well done by Triantis. Play out to the right-hand side in the right wing roll. Now it's a foot race, bursting down that side. Getting forward is Vagianidis. He won it first as he shrugs off Bertasaghi, and now cutting inside. Greece still attacking. They've got numbers forward if they can find the right pass. Plays infield out to this right-hand side. Kouliarakis. Up forward towards Kyriakopoulos. Greece now, for the first time, getting their foot on the ball, trying to make something happen with it. Zolis has his shirt pulled, but it's cleared and gone all the way back to Vlachodimos, and the referee will say play on, as Greece do still have possession. But they've lost the yardage, but they have made it up quickly as Mazouras just misses out on his pass. Now coming forward are Italy with Ekator, and it's a really well thought through pass into Esposito, but rushing off of his line was Vlachodimos. And Esposito, another one of the experienced players in this side, applauds the pass. Esposito, he's only made 8 appearances himself, so when I say he's one of the more experienced players, that tells you the picture of this Italian side. 19 of the 24 have been called up for the first time for the national side. So it really has been all change, please. There's a little bit of a mix-up between two Greek defenders as they just try to defend the throw, but they have come away with it. Esposito will give chase. Vlachodimos will get it out on the far side to Vagianidis. He's trying to find his way out of trouble from that back, and he's done so ever so well. And now Greece can break. It's with Mazouras. Long field to test Ahanor. Where's it going to bounce? Bounces just in front of Zolis, but Donnarumma is quick off of his line. Ahanor had to be certain with that one, and he gets an applause from his goalkeeper and captain Donnarumma. He got there just ahead of Zolis. And Italy can breathe. Forward now with Nadal. Playing a short 1-2 with Lipani. Ball makes its way from left to right. Komutso sending it down the line, trying to feed in Kolioso, edge of the area, cross comes back in, cleared beautifully off of the sliding Kyriakopoulos, and it will go out for our first corner of the evening. As we approach 10 minutes, it's 0-0 between Greece and Italy. Kolioso trying to get in and behind. It's a wonderful ball by Komutso. And Italy now will try and see if they can make something happen from this set piece. It's going to be Pusili of Roma to take. He played 90 minutes in the last game, sends in the corner, headed away by first time of asking from Greece, and it will run out towards Bertasaghi. He will send it back into the mixer. Long looping ball, it's going to go past everybody, but it will need to be seen out though. It's not quite clear. As Kyriakopoulos eventually sends it down the line, but only as far as Ahanor, who can then play it forward up to Pusili. Pusili will now bide his time, cuts inside. He hasn't got many options, so has to turn and go back towards Ahanor. Now with Kolyosho on this right-hand side. He's got 4 blue shirts around him. Plays it back out of trouble to Komutso, and Italy will try and recycle and switch the play from right to left. Now with Nadal on the far side. Back to Chirarodia. To Komutso. Plays it out to this right-hand side, and Kolioso does incredibly well to keep that in. And again, he's crowded out by blue shirts. Finds the pass to Pusili. Pusili has to turn his way out of trouble and go backwards. Greece at the moment really stifling those creative Italian players. Pressing ever so hard as Douvakas is on the front foot again, trying to get in the faces of the Italian defenders. But Komutso can wander into space, playing it forward now to Lipani. Crossfield ball out towards the right-hand side, doesn't quite reach Ekator. Bertasaghi will try and gather him. In fact, Ekator was offside. As the flag goes up, will be a free kick to Greece in a moment for the defensive line to pause. Yes, Ekator was offside by some 2-3 yards. He's got his left wrist strapped up, as lots of modern players like to do these days. It's got the sign of the cross drawn on top of it as well. Those trademarks becoming ever so more popular these days. If it's an Alice band, wrist strapping, sock strapping, whatever it is these days that players like to do. Ball goes out on the far side for a throw-in to Greece. Or is it going to, in fact, might be an Italian ball. It might have taken a slight deflection. We'll find out as quickly as it's going to be a Greek ball. Greek throw-in is eventually Retsos is the one to pick it up and launch it down the line. Bertasaghi will send it straight back as Esposito holds up really well. Comes in forward now. Shot coming in, but cleared away. Pusili's effort was blocked by 2 Greek shirts. And now Greece on the counter. Zolis trying to slip in Douvakas, but really well cut out by Nadal. And Italy can come forward again. It's Kolyosho just getting over the halfway line. The break has somewhat slowed down, and Italy will regather. Greece will regroup. Pusili plays it out to Chirarodia. The number 4 applies his trade at Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga. Played 90 minutes in the last game. So he strides forward, plays it out to Bertasaghi. In all white but blue boots. Still with Nadal. Trying to find the cross. It's closed down by Mazouras. Vidal will get the second ball though, so he looks to find the pass. Does so eventually, finds Comuso, who has found so much time on the ball. And he really is out of the two centre-back pairings between him and Chirea-Roda. Comuso is the one to be making things happen, stepping forward into midfield as he has the ball again, the edge of the centre circle, and here he goes, up forward towards Ahanor. Ahanor just trying to get the ball out from under his feet, finds Koleosho, has to go back to Comuso. Now to Koleosho, the number 11. Powers it into Ekator, and he can't quite control it, and he's dispossessed. And now Greece will look to break. Mazouras trying to chip it over the top towards Douvikas. He can't acrobatically crane his leg or bend it in the right way, and he misses out, and Comuso will mop up. And it's now with Lipani. Lipani of Sassuolo, making his second appearance, much like many of the Italian side tonight. Comuso playing it to his left. Stepping forward now into midfield is Chirea-Rodia. Just stops as he's trying to find the pass, and in the end opts to go back towards Comuso. Now with Ahanor. Ahanor playing it out to his left. So both sides missing out on the World Cup this year. But some real points to prove for this Italian side. For Greece, they want to get things back to business as quickly as possible, as Mazouras will dispossess Bertazaghi, and now Greece will look to try and clear their lines, sent forward by Vagianidis, but poked back by Chirea-Rodia, and Italy will regain. Lipane just slipping it out towards Pisili. Pisili now towards his wide teammate Koleosho, dispossessed, and now Greece will break. Really quick feet from Triantis. He gets clipped, he's brought down. The challenge from Lipane, free kick to Greece. You do feel that Greece are going to be sitting deep for much of this as we pass the 15-minute mark. Still Greece 0, Italy 0. But do not be fooled, this Greek side. There's plenty of goals in it. Of course, they came back, that dramatic 95th minute equaliser. Mazouras himself getting that one. And come on late as a substitute, and Mazouras on the ball now, turns beautifully, long ball upfield towards Douvikas. He's going to get onto the end of it, can't quite provide the ending touch as it's poked away by Donnarumma in the end, out wide, still in possession with Kyriakopoulos. He's going to play it back to Koulirakis. Greece still in the ascendancy here as they look to, for the first time, really put pressure on Italy. Sweeping ball from left to right, out towards the right back position. Striding forward towards the edge of the area now. Greece have got numbers in the box. The cross has been deflected. Ekator will then play it away, and Dow feeds it up to Esposito. But he's been knocked back. Italy will regather. Pisili plays it up towards Koleosho. Koleosho, he's just going to thump it forward, and he's hoping that somebody might be running on the left-hand side, but Ekator is not there, and Koleosho just concedes possession. As Greece will look to try and get themselves back into this, playing out from the back, beating that first line of press well, but they are forced backwards now towards the heart of defence. The number 17, Hatzidiakos, out towards Vagianidis in the right back role, or wing back more like, as Ndao comes together with Mouzakitis, does really well to regain possession. Ekator sends in the cross, it's to Esposito, takes the touch, fires it, and Esposito, as he did in the game against Luxembourg, gets Italy 1-0 up in this one, 17 minutes gone. A wonderful ball in from Jeff Ekator, who has looked really lively, and Esposito needed one touch to get it out from his feet, and then poke it into the bottom corner. He's done ever so well. There may have been a deflection on that as well, as Vlachodimos was out fully stretched but couldn't quite get to it. He's a tall frame, Vlachodimos, but it just slipped past the fingertips as Francesco Pio Esposito gets the first goal this evening. And it's his 5th goal for Italy, and his second in 2 games. He's got fine goal-scoring form for Italy. He's been capped at under 17, 19, 20 and 21 level. He's scored in each age group. And that's not slowing down. As Greece get us back underway, you have to admit Italy have been the much more creative, the much more on the front foot. And Greece will now have to regather and see what they can do. Well, they've done it before. They did it against Sweden last time, but the matchups aren't in their favour. Italy have won 7. And Greece have only won once. That was back in a 2-1 friendly in 1972. As Vlachodimos thumps the ball out of play for a throw-in in the Italian territory. Just getting a replay of that goal from Esposito. And he had all the time in the world to take a touch and turn to get his shot away, and it did look like it took a deflection. And he won't mind how it goes in. Neither will head coach Silvio Baldini, interim head coach, I should say. It's on course for 2 wins for 2. Things stay as they are, but of course we're a long way to go in this one. But it's good to see as Greece get a free kick here. Duvakas just pulled down by Camuzzo. It's good to see both teams going for this. Even though this is a friendly, they're not going to be at the World Cup. They've got not really much to play for other than the prospect of places for the Nations League in the autumn, but it is good to see them both going at this. But we'll have to wait and see if this pace and if this intensity lasts the full 90 minutes. As Vlachodimos has the ball in the penalty area for Greece, slipping it forward up towards Mouzakitis. Ball sent forward and long up towards Duvakas, lays it off to Kyriakopoulos. He has to turn back because he's run into trouble, but interception from Nadal, and it's actually going to go out for a throw into Greece on this near side. Kyriakopoulos in the left wing back role has the ball above his head, the number 19. Applies his trade for Panathinaikos. He joined only last summer from Monza, so he will also know a few of this Italian side. And been in Serie B. Maybe he'll have known some of the youngsters who have been out on loan. As the throw from Greece has been wasted and Italy have gained possession again. Pisili playing it back towards Camuzzo. Camuzzo striding forward over the halfway line to Pisili of Roma. Certainly looks the most creative in this young Italian side so far, and the ball has just gone over the line as Koleoso was trying to break away past Kyriakopoulos, but he couldn't quite keep it in. So we just got a shot of Ivan Jovanovic, the Greek head coach, down on his haunches, deep in thought. I'm sure there'll be some tweaking at half-time. You've seen lots of substitutions as a crossfield ball has gone awfully wrong, and Ekator is going to win that one. But he's been forced back. It was a really heavy touch. He's had to go all the way back, but Ekator now, the provider for the first goal, playing it into Esposito. Esposito can't quite find another pass, and now striding forward is Zolis. Zolis is chasing. It's 2-on-2 at the back. Italy getting numbers back, but Duvakis, he's going to strike, but it's blasted off of Kirerada, and it's out for a throw-in. Kirerodia, sorry. And it will be a throw-in. Duvakis didn't really have many options. Did well to win a throw-in. Ball back with Hatzidiakos. Now Kudryakis. Up forwards it goes. Zolis hasn't really gotten on the ball. He's been fairly quiet so far in this game. Jumps in the air with Esposito, and he's always going to be second best to the towering frame of Esposito. It's a real sort of head tennis. In fact, Koleosho may have just caught Zolis, who's just put his head in his hands, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Zolis unsure if he just caught a stray arm or something there, but he seems to be okay. Carrying on, soldiering on. Coming forward now, Kirerodia. Playing it out to the left where he finds Ekator. Back it comes towards Camuzzo in the centre circle. Ball comes over the halfway line to Ahnor. Gets it out from under his feet. But he plays it back as he has Solis in front of him. Switches the play now to Kirerodia. he can step forward now for the first time, playing that Camuzzo role. Gets it back from Bertasaghi, and he will really step forward now, Chiarodia. Bertasaghi playing it in towards Esposito. Turns, couldn't quite get past his defender. And now Greece will come forward. A bit of a shove in the back. Up it comes towards Duvakis. Greece doing well. They wanted a free kick, but the referee says play on. And it's given chance for Italy to get back. And Greece have sent it all the way back into the heart of defence. It's now with Hatzidiakos. Turns and goes back towards Koudirakis. He's got no other options. He's closed down by Pasili and has to go back to Vlachodimos. Out it comes now to Retsos. Back it goes. So the score, 24 minutes. It's Greece 0, Italy 1. The goal coming from Esposito. Sent long up towards Zolis. Does incredibly well to retain possession. Fires into Duvakas. Back to Solis. He's tripped. Free kick in a central position. 5 yards out from the penalty area. In a promising position for the home side. Turned really well. Tripped by Ahanor. It was a lazy left leg. Lunged out in hope. He was never going to get there, the Atalanta player. It will be a free kick to Greece. A real rare opportunity for them to have an effort on goal. It's going to be Solis that looks like will take this. Other games going on at the moment. Croatia, Slovenia, 0-0. Morocco leading Norway by a goal to 0. Those two sides going to be in the World Cup. Two exciting sides, but this one here is Greece 0, Italy 0. Four-man wall has been formed in front of Donnarumma. Solis will strike into the wall. It's cleared, but Greece have got numbers behind to pick it back up. It's now with Kyriakopoulos. He's going to turn back as he's got Koleosho for company. He's going to miss out on the second ball. Is Esposito still going to try and get forward? And Greece are just trying to poke it back and back to find a free shirt. Esposito still giving chase. Incredible work rate. 25 minutes gone. Greece 0, Italy 1. Poor effort from the free kick there, really, from Solis, the Club Brugge player. It goes on the far side to Vagianidis. Played infield, Mousikatis. Now with Hatzidiakos in the sort of left-back position, finds Koudirakis. But back it goes as Greece just looks to try and find their way out. Fairly subdued crowd this evening. They do have that athletics track, that running track going around the pitch. That does sometimes offer a bit of a quieter environment, particularly for a friendly such as this. But you feel that Greece would like a little bit of noise, as there's a bit of a coming together there between Koleosho and Kyriakopoulos. It's only going to be a throw-in, though, as Kyriakopoulos was looking to try and get ahead, and he felt he was tripped, but the referee says no thank you. And here we have a cooling break. Cooling breaks, these mandatory ones, it gives everybody an opportunity to just get some fluid. These are going to be in place over in the World Cup to try and combat the heat. They've been brought in to all of the international games for now to get everybody, for those, particularly for those clubs who are going to be going over to the USA, Canada and Mexico. It's just to prepare them. Acts really well as an opportunity for head coaches to pass on their initial thoughts of what they've seen, pass on some tactics, encourage, invigorate. As they both do this now, just a quick reminder that it's Italy leading here by a goal to 0. Jeff Echator providing on his debut the assist for Inter's Pio Esposito. His 5th goal for his country. I believe it's going to be his 13th goal this season. It's been a fairly good campaign for him. Obviously Inter winning Serie A, winning the Coppa d'Italia. It's a really good season for him. Just a quick reminder that obviously, though these two sides not going to the World Cup, they do have the Nations League to look forward to in September. Italy, despite their World Cup qualification woes, they will be in League A in Group 1, alongside France, Belgium and Turkey. You could really say France a side of the now, Belgium maybe a side that was not quite what they were, and Turkey certainly one of Europe's dark horses, up and coming nations. Well, for Greece, they're actually going to they'll also be in League A, but they'll be in Group 2 with Germany, Netherlands and Serbia. That one looks a really exciting group. As players restarted again, throw into Italy on this near side. It's gone back out for a throw-in, and Esposito just trying to shield the ball. It's brought down by Kudryakis, but it was only a throw-in. It's been taken quickly, and in it comes and sent up high and long. Out towards Kolyosho. He's not quite going to get there. In fact, he is. Is he going to get past Hatzikatios? And he's not quite. He's going to get it cleared. And it is going to be a throw-in on this near side. Hatzikatios providing that little bit of relief for the home side. Excellent defending to get across his man, to get to that ball first, not make any contact, and then get it clear. Ahano now with the throw-in for Italy, sending it into the penalty area. Bounces, not really anywhere helpful for the home side or the away side, as it bounces again. It's then cleared. Everybody missed it, but the ball is just a yard shy of the halfway line, but in Italy territory. Back it goes now to Comuzzo. Now with Chiarodia, and in fact the ball's gone all the way back to Donnarumma, who's going to launch it long, right-footed clearance, headed back though by Greece. It's going to find its way now at the feet of Chiarodia. Diagonal ball out to this right-hand side, trying to find Kolyosho. Doesn't get there. Solis is going to win it back, and in fact he's going to play it straight to an Italian player. Esposito can't quite get on the return, and it will be a throw-in for the Azzurri on this right-hand side. Hot temperatures down here in Crete. It's a clear but humid evening, about 23 degrees. Possibly hotter pitch side. Launched in by Ahanor. It's bouncing, and it's going to in fact be cleared in the end, right into the gloves of Vlachodimos. Bit of a sigh of relief as Ekator was looking to get on the end of that, and now Greece can really try and charge forward, and Kirorodia clatters into Mouzakitis, and it's gone out for a throw-in. In fact, it's down on his haunches. Forgive me, it wasn't quite Mouzakitis. Can't quite see who it is that's gone down, but in fact Hatzidakos is going to play the ball out. It was Vagianidis who's gone down. Vagianidis of Sporting Lisbon, holding his right shoulder. Only joined Sporting last summer. He joined from Panathinaikos. Just a bit of a coming together though. It was a 50-50 sort of shoulder ball, headed clear by... It's not headed clear, but thumped clear by Chirorodia. Putting it really into Rosette, and in fact players back underway. It's given back to Greece. Sending it long down the line. Zolis does ever so well to try and keep it in. Bundled over by Ahanor, but the referee says play on. Ahanor does come away with the ball. Doesn't have many options, has to go sideways towards Comuzzo, who will play it forward now, up towards the number 10, Nadal. Play's gone back to Donnarumma. Chirorodia. He'll stride forward. He's being invited forward more and more. Plays up towards Ekator. Linesman flag goes up. Really well held by Greece. They could see that he was straying. All stepped up in unison. It's the second time that Ekator has been caught offside, and by some margin as well. He's only 19 years old, Ekator. Sort of young exuberance sometimes getting the better of him in this game. Just straying fractionally offside. Launched long by Vlachodimos. bouncing kindly towards Mazouras. He can play it out right towards Vagianidis. Cuts back inside. Finding support now. Onto this left-hand side it comes with Kouliarakis. Out towards Zolis, left of the penalty area. Steps inside, looping and curling round, but into the gloves of Donnarumma. Wasn't sure if that was a shot or a cross, but Donnarumma came out quickly to get there. He wasn't going to take any chances. Donnarumma making his 83rd appearance today. He's still got some way to go if he's going to catch goalkeeping legend Gianluigi Buffon. Sits on 176 appearances for Italy. What a career he had. So we're just seeing Lipani, a replay of Lipani going down. It's a free kick to Italy. I think Greece felt a little bit hard done by as the Greek defender won the ball, but I think it was the follow-through that caused the referee to blow his whistle. Now with Bertasaghi on the left-hand side, his pass is deflected, but Lipani will find it and gather it, send it back to Camuzzo. Camuzzo striding forward as he's done so many times this evening. Ahano. Back it goes towards Kirirodia. Down the left-hand side now to Bertasaghi. He's got space. Mazouras is in front of him, standing him up. Play comes inside to Nadal. Lipani trying to feed it back onto Nadal, but it's cleared. His pass took a deflection, and it will now be brought up by Greece, but they've lost the ball now. Koleosho does incredibly well, trying to slip it onto Nadal, but it's a flick that was almost too cute, and he's lost out, in fact bundled over now, and Greece win a free kick. Zolis down again, holding his left shin. That did look ever so clumsy. Ahanor again. He's been sort of caught out a few times, the Atalanta defender. 18 years old. It's his first start for the national side. Only capped once at under 21 level. That was back in the March internationals. But he's got a long career ahead of him. We hope, bar injuries or things like that, but there is a bit of promise for Italy as they look to sort of get back to unearthing some of these young talents. It's a very ageing squad as the ball is thrown in from the left-hand side. Akator is trying to feed it back onto Bertasaghi. Doesn't quite do so. Retsos can play it forward, but Italy are back in the tackles quickly, but it's been misplaced, and Mazouras will now skip past the defender. It's 3-on-2 as Greece are looking to break. Options was right in his rest, and Mazouras, his touch was too heavy, and it invited Chiarodia just to poke the ball away, and now Italy will look to get forward. Ludawa, he's got options to his left, finds Bertasaghi now, who's just going to slow things down. Slipping through the lines now is Esposito, takes a touch and a shot, but it's well saved by Vlachodimos. And Greece will try to get this one clear as quickly as possible. Mouzakitis playing it back to his defensive partners. Retsos now hasn't got many options, has to wait. Plays it inside to Triantis. Diakos plays it across the penalty area to his centre-back partnership of Kouliarakis, who can send it long, and Duvakis is not going to get there. And Donnarumma will mop up that errant ball, play it back infield. Nadal has it in the centre circle. Italy looking to find a second goal. Greece looking to get themselves back into it. 37 minutes played. It's 1-0 to Italy thanks to the Esposito goal. The Inter striker doing the business. With only the first real chance that Italy have had. It's just had a second chance there. Italy still have the ball. It's misplaced. Chiarodic passes it straight to Solis, who's brought down in the centre circle by Lipani. Referee blows for a free kick. It's going to be right in the centre circle for Greece, as Lipani is going to be our first player into the referee's book. Luca Lipani of Sassuolo. Made his debut in the last game. He, like many others, first call up to the senior side. As it's a poor pass from Greece, lets Pisili in, and he's playing a few little 1-2s with Lipani. Now Esposito, slipping it back over to Pisili. First time delivery into the area, but it's too close to Vlachodimos, and he will gather that one. Gratefully throws it out as he looks to restart this Greek offensive quickly. Played forward by Retsos up towards Moussouras. A short 1-2 with Vagianidis. Hatzidiakos. Forward up to now Triantis. Striding forward, but his pass has just bounced off of Pisili, and Italy will come forward again. Nadal striding into the centre circle. Linking up well with Esposito. Using his strength to try and turn, but he's missed out on that one. Free kick to Greece. As Esposito was reaching and stretching to try and get on the end of that. Pisili, who's been fairly quiet for much of... for the last 5 minutes. He's been very active and creative at the beginning of this half, but he's slightly faded. The pass has been cut out ever so well by Bertasaghi as Duvakis was trying to get in and behind. Now Italy coming forward. Ndao playing it out to this right-hand side, finding Pisili. Now he's looking to get back on the ball a lot more, trying to create and provide for the national side. Koliosu skips past the defender, sends in the cross. It's high and above everybody, cleared away by Greece, first and second time of asking, but they've missed out on the third. Now Italy have it back, sent into the danger area, but it is over everybody and into the palms of Vlachodimos. It's Bertasaghi's ball back in. Vlachodimos, who's at Newcastle on loan at Sevilla last season. In fact, he was born in Germany. He's got Greek parents, so he could have played for Germany, but he's gone the side of his because of place of birth. But he's, due to his Greek parents, he's stuck firmly with that maternal side. Zolis has brought down, free kick. Ahanor finding himself on the left-hand side, standing right in the front of Zolis, trying to stop this. And there's a few words just being shared between Zolis and Ahanor here. I think Ahanor felt that Zolis fell down pretty easily. And there's still a few words being shared and a bit of a coming together. And referee Igor Fried is going to have to try and unpick this pretty quickly. A little bit of shoulder barging and a few words being shared. Now Jeff Ekator is getting involved. Referee Fried is really just blowing his whistles, trying to instill some form of order. I think it's all just a lot of pushing and shoving, and the referee is just calling, I think, for Ahanor to come over. But something was definitely shared between Ahanor and Christos Zolis. The referee Fried is just having a word. He's already given one yellow card to Lipani. Doesn't look like we're going to have another one here. And that's a handshakes all round. And everything is as it was. Free kick to Greece, which they've played quickly and backwards. Sent long from the left back, Kyriakis, up towards Kyriakopoulos. Turns really well to try and get past Kolioso. Back towards Zolis, infield to Mouzakitis. Strike though from Triantis. It's a bit of a P-roller. It's going to go all the way wide for a goal kick. Some 23 yards out. Didn't get a hold of the ball at all. Slightly ran away from him, and quite possibly Greece's first effort, though not on target. It's 42 minutes gone. Greece 0, Italy 1. Donnarumma sends the ball high and long. Bit of a coming together in the air between two Greek players. Will be an Italy throw right on the halfway line. Vagianidis couldn't quite keep it in. Throwing on the far side. Ball in the arms of Bertasaghi. Throws it. Esposito can't quite control it. Misses out. And Mouzakitis plays it forward to Zolis. Back it goes to Vagianidis on the right-back position. Greece will stride forward, up towards the halfway line, being invited to come forward. Under pressure, though, Arnaud applying pressure to Zolis, and Zolis has gone down again. I think the referee is going to book Honest Arnaud this time, surely. But again, it did look pretty easy fall for Zolis. Just trying to, I don't know, maybe get some field advantage. He's just feeling any form of contact, he's going down. And yes, Honest Arnaud goes into the referee's book. Our second yellow card, 2 for Italy this evening as we approach half-time. 44 minutes, we'll look to see what the fourth official puts up on the boards. As Italy dispossess Greece. Now Nadal dinks it over the top, trying to find a spare white shirt. Play comes out to his right-hand side. Koleosho now. He's got a bit of space out wide to run into, but he's going inside. Takes it outside now, trying to go the long way round. Clips it up, and it's a poor cross-come shot, and it goes out for a goal kick in the end. Had to go the long way round. He was pushed wide by Kyriakis. Really good defending to send the Burnley player wide. Koleosho, who was on loan at Paris FC in the latter half of the season. Spent the first half of it on loan at Espanyol. Mentioned earlier about Vlachodimos, who had dual heritage. Koleosho, who's been capped at under 15 level for USA, as Arnaud is just here trying to see the ball out, and Zolis, there's a real battle between these two, and this time Arnaud wins the free kick. Zolis brings him down. Camuzzo gives the young defender a pat on the back, showing some great strength. But yes, Koleosho, he was capped at under 15 level for the USMNT. He had 4 matches with them. He was then called up to the Canadian national side between 2022 and 23, but he never played for them. He was born in the US. His mother is Italian-Canadian, but he's also got Greek roots. So Luca Koleosho, who's on the ball trying to find Esposito, but his pass is dispossessed. He really could have played for anybody. As Greece now look to come forward. Player goes down, the referee says play on, not interested. It was Triantis that goes down. In fact, Ndao is now down, but striding forward is Lipani, trying to get Italy cleared, and up they come now as Pisili plays it in towards Koleosho on this right-hand side. Koleosho is going to have to do it alone. He's got 2 blue shirts in front of him, and he's just crowded out in the end. And Greece will thump it clear. Duvakis won't get on the end of it. Lipani will gather, play it forward. So yes, Koleosho could have been playing for the home side this evening had his time gone differently. We've got 3 minutes of added time here as the cross comes in from Pisili. It's headed away. Hatzikadios sent clear again by Greece as they're just holding on for half-time. Arnaud plays it back towards Donnarumma. Sent it back with a bit of extra sauce, and Donnarumma had to be quick to respond. Just judging the bounce, did well. Wasn't under any pressure, but had to be certain. You never know, accidents happen. Camuzzo playing it to his left where he finds Chirarodia. Playing it left again to Bertasaghi over the halfway line. As the Milan defender doesn't have many options down that left, so Italy switch it to the right. Arnaud now, who's been quite a key pantomime figure in this first half. Lipani slipping into Esposito. He can't quite lay it off towards Nadal. Now Greece will come forward with Mazouras, but he has to turn and run back, finding Retsos. Puts his foot on the ball, slips it to his centre-back partner, Hatziakos. Over the halfway line it goes. Zolis plays a quick pass. Now on this right, left wing position. Misplaced pass there by Kyriakopoulos. And now Pisili can break for the penalty area. Is there going to be a last chance for Italy? Not quite, as he was a bit too fanciful with his feet. And in fact, referee Fried will call for half-time. And it's here at the Pankratio in Crete. The home side, Greece 0, Italy 1. A goal thanks to Pio Esposito halfway through the first half. Don't go anywhere. The second half of this highly engaging international friendly is to come after this. It's Greece 0, Italy 1. Welcome back to the Pankrytios here in Crete, home of Urfi Crete FC and Ergotelis FC, as Greece host Italy in this international friendly, and the score is currently 1-0 to the away side, 1-0 to Italy. A goal thanks to Pier Esposito on 18 minutes. The only goal of the game, and only the real clear-cut chance that we've seen from either side. It's been a highly engaging affair. So we're now going to see, for this second half, I'm sure, a whole host of substitutions, as we know that both sides, and all international sides at the moment, really exercising the full use of their squads. So the score is 1-0 to Italy, and just a reminder that both of these sides have missed out on qualification for the World Cup. Greece are ranked number 47 in the world. They've only qualified for 3 World Cups in the past. America 94, South Africa 2010, and Brazil 2014, the most recently. But for Italy, of course, they are 4-time winners of the World Cup. Anyway, the first one on home soil, Italy in 34. And 4 years later, France 38, Spain 82. And the last time they won it was Germany in 2006. That's that all-important game. Very famous game against France, with that Zidane headbutt in his final game to the chest of Materazzi. But it was the Italian captain, Fabio Cannavaro, who lifted the World Cup that night. But of course, they are Italy missing out on their 3rd World Cup in a row. It's really sent Italian football into a state of mourning. But apparently a new permanent appointment for the head coach role is due after the FIGC presidential elections later this month. In fact, we're going to see a substitution as Koulirakis is off for Greece. Coming on in his place, it's the number 15, Lazaros Rota of AEK Athens. Koulirakis is the, so far, only change for Greece. We're going to have a few changes for Italy as well. Coming on, Filippo Mane. And also coming on, by the looks of things, is going to be Seydou Fini of Genoa. Forgive me. Coming on as well. I'll get the confirmation of who has replaced who ever so shortly, as Italy get us back underway, kicking from right to left. Italy in white shirts, Greece the home side in all blue, as Italy straight onto the front foot. And now strike coming in, clipped and deflected away. It's going to be for a corner immediately. Koleosho getting on the front foot, as his early strike is deflected, and in fact deflected away by Rota. For Greece, his first bit of action are his defensive duties. So Bertisaghi coming over to take it, the Milan defender on this left-hand side, the near side, as I see it. Bertisaghi lifts both hands in the air. Out swinging corner, goes deep, headed back in, and punched away by Vlachodimos. Italy will try and gather as Nadal plays it back all the way. It goes to Donnarumma. I will give you the 2 starting 11s as soon as I can, as soon as there's a break in play. There's a bit of head tennis going on, and Italy now have the ball down on the ground. Pisili playing it out wide on the right-hand side. Ahanor is the player that's made way, I can tell you. Cross coming into the far post, and hitting off the crossbar is Koleosho. First-time strike. He was about 2 yards out. It was a deep cross that came in. It was a deep cross by Fini. Kolioso could only poke it onto the bar. An unbelievable miss, really. Stepping inside, Bertasaghi trying to find his way forward. Brought down in a real collision. Oh, what a wonderful ball in by Seydou Finn. He's only just come onto the field. He's come on, and in fact, I can tell you he's replaced Jeff Akator. He's gone off and made way, as has Honest Ahanor on his first start. He makes way. Just seeing the replays of a real sandwich for Bertasaghi. Ball coming up forward now towards Kolioso. Misses out on the first ball. In fact, he's just have made a foul. And it's going to be a free kick to Greece. So yes, the Greek side in full view now. Vlachodimos in goal with Vagianidis, Retsos, Hatzithiakos, Rota, the substitute, and Kyriakopoulos as the defenders. Then Triantis, Mouzakitis, Mazouras as the midfield, with Zolis and Douvikas leading the line, as Vagianidis trying to poke it on towards Zolis there, but he's just lost out. Mouzakitis playing it forward. His pass is poor and intercepted, and Ndawa has it for Greece. The play can go all the way back towards Donnarumma. Now onto this right-hand side where it finds Chiaroria. Chiaroria will try and bring it forward, but he's met with blue shirts, has to play it sideways towards Bertasaghi. Back it goes to Chiaroria. All the way now to Donnarumma in all green. Pink trimmings on those Adidas stripes, sent forward up towards Ndawa. Really does really well to flick it on towards Esposito. Gives it back to Ndawa. He's got options out wide left. Finds it now. It's Kolioso. It's being stood up on the edge of the area. Cuts inside. Finds Ndawa. Chips it out to his left, where he finds Bertasaghi. Now with Koliosu trying to find the cross. Heading towards the byline. Step over. Cross comes in. Deflected. Does really well. Vagianidis. Now Greece can try and get it clear. Chase down, dispossessed. Bertasaghi has it. He sends it in. A really testing ball, but it's cleared. It's going to trickle all the way out. Kept in, though, by Pisili of Roma for Italy. Playing it infield now to Fini. Fini does well to turn. Get himself away and out of trouble. Trying to find Ndawa. Second time it does. Ndawa has a shot, but it's deflected, and it's going to be gathered by Vlachodimos. Well, Italy starting the second half as they did the first. All of the pressure, all of the front foot energy. And Greece still hanging on, only trailing by one goal. But they do have a lot of work to do, you feel, in this one. Long ball sent all the way back, though, towards Donnarumma. It's been punched forward by the great goalkeeper. Up it comes, cleared out for a throw-in on this right-hand side, though. As Greece really trying to clear their lines, just trying to get any form of time on the ball. In fact, Zolis does it really well from that resulting throw-in to find Vagianidis. Zolis has continued his run towards the byline, cuts inside, can't find Vagianidis again, but they do win a throw-in, Greece. Level with the penalty area on this near right-hand side. It's been taken quickly as Rota, the substitute, trying to get things happening quickly, but the ball has made its way all the way back to Vlachodimos, and Ivan Jovanovic, the Greek head coach, I'm sure must be fuming that his side were in a promising position. They've opted to go all the way back. Starting again, and in fact Silvio Baldini, the interim manager for Italy, right on the edge of his technical area, just surveying, pausing for thought as Mouzakitis is trying to come forward. Has to slip it out to his left, gets it back though, trying to step inside, running into a bit of traffic, does find the pass in the end towards Douvikas, but bit of a coming together between him and his colleague Vagianidis. But in fact, Komutsa has just gone down, and the referee is letting play go on here. Not a serious injury. He's gone down of his own accord. In fact, now a bit of goodwill, and the referee has blown a stop to it as Greece very sportingly paused so that Kamutso could get a little bit of treatment. He's just tweaked his ankle there. We're just seeing a bit of a replay from when the ball went out moments ago for a Greece throw-in. Just caught his ankle. He's just holding on. He's stepped off of the field of play now, so we'll see if they can get things happening again as the physios get the magic spray. Seems to be on his right ankle. Play has continued, however. Greece now with a man advantage. Striding forward is the number 17. Hatzidiakos playing it in towards Mouzakitis. Vagianidis on this right-hand side slips it back towards Rota. Vagianidis. Greece looking to try and make something now with the extra round advantage, but Kamutso is back on the field. The defender's going to race back into the heart of the Italian defence, and it's a misplaced pass in the end, and Pisili will gather and try and get Italy back on the field. The 1-2 isn't quite there between Nadal and Pisili, and it goes out for a throw into Greece on the far side. Looks as if we might be seeing Luca Reggiani coming on as well. Just a quick shot of him down on the touchline. So more changes for Italy. We expect lots of changes in these international friendlies as head coaches are trying to work out new partnerships. In fact, misplaced pass by Nadal, and now Zolis, he's not the person you want to pass it to. He's going to wind up a shot from distance, deflected into the path of Vagianidis, into the penalty area. He goes now, trying to find options. Plays it back, though, to Mouzakitis. Slipping it into his forward partners, but it's out now into the left-hand side. Back to Mouzakitis. Cross coming in, it's deep, but it's going to be claimed by Donnarumma. 6'5" frame of Donnarumma jumping highest, plucking that ball from the sky. And Colliesso's really pulled down under pressure. Referee's going to give a free kick, though. But Lazaros Rota felt that he was a bit of a 50-50 ball. He was winning that one, but the referees just said he was a bit too eager, a bit too physical in the challenge. And in fact, Colliasso does incredibly well to battle his way to win that free kick. We'll just see if we'll have that Italian substitution now. Luca Reggiani was down on the touchline, and we are going to see it. He's going to come on for Pietro Camuzzo, who's clearly in some discomfort. The 21-year-old from Fiorentina is replaced by the 18-year-old of Borussia Dortmund, Luca Reggiani. He's made 9 appearances for Dortmund since February. He's also scored 1 goal, so not a bad return for a young Italian defender. However, Greece, though, are coming forward. They've picked the pocket, but it's a misplaced pass, and it is mopped up in the end. Vagianidis was able to get back and cover it. He's put under pressure now, though, as he's swamped by 2 white shirts. Kolyosho does well just to poke it out and pick his pocket out for a throw. Vagianidis is going to send it back to Rota, and now it's Retsos as Greece look to start again. Ball chipped forward up towards Duvikas. Now Solis trying to slip in Vagianidis. Is he going to get there? Foot race between him and the defender Bertasaghi, and he's did get there, Vagianidis, but he could only poke it out for a goal kick. So he tried to slide and stick his leg and hoik it back into field of play, but he could only play it out for a goal kick. Goal kick taken quickly. Bertasaghi has it on this left-hand side. Sends it up high towards the halfway line. Pio Esposito is second best that time. Loses out to Retsos. Retsos has it now. Ball at his feet. Right-footed pass. Backwards it goes, though, to Vlachodimos. It's more traditional number 1. The duties were shared in the last game between Sweden, between Zalakis and Mandas. But it looks as if Vlachodimos is going to get the full 90 minutes potentially this evening. As Greece looking to play their way out of trouble and out of defence. Being held up now by Duvakis. Has his pocket pick. Referee says no foul as he's gone down. gets back up to try and win the second ball. But Italy smothering Greece at the moment. And the ball forward from Fini goes out of play as he and Esposito not quite on the same wavelength. Couldn't quite get that ball to hit the Italian striker. Esposito, the only goal in the game as we've approached 57 minutes. Greece 0, Italy 1. Bearing that this will be the last time that all these players will play before they go on their summer breaks and sort of head into the post-season. It's got a real good feel and good tempo about this one. As the back pass has been really sparing the blushes there of Vlachodimos, as it was a misplaced pass into nowhere. Vlachodimos had to run and get there quickly. But Italy have now managed to capitalise, and they're in possession with Nadal. Over to Colioso on this right-hand side, wins a free kick. He was in a really awkward back pass, and Vlachodimos was not paying attention and had to get there. The goal was gaping. But I think it would have gone wide anyway had he missed it, but no trouble in the end. But Italy do have the ball back in their half. It's now with Reggiani. Square ball towards Chiarodia. Up and over the halfway line it goes to Ndao. Trying to find Kolyosha, but his pass was overhit, and Vlachodimos is going to sprint off his line just to make sure. Get it into the area. I must say, Ndao has been looking really strong in the heart of that Italian midfield. The 21-year-old from Fiorentina. 7 goals and 3 assists this season. Only his second game. Played the full 90 against Luxembourg. As it's cleared by Chiarodia. Back over the lines it goes, and Greece will start again. Vlachodimos has it, being pursued by 2 white shirts. Chipped up and down the line. Vagianidis couldn't flick it on towards Zolis, and Nadal will gather, but stepping in really nicely. Free kick here. Stepping in nicely, though, was Restos. But Cher Nadal is just brought down. Free kick to Italy in a really good position. About 4 or 5 yards away from the penalty area. Sorry, forgive me, it's actually slightly further away. It's the referee's dissolvable spray has thrown me. That's the line for the ball. It's about 30 yards out from goal. That's where the ball will be. Everyone camped on the edge of the penalty area. The ball is lofted in, and Vlachodimos is going to claim that one easily. He'll gather onto it in his short-sleeved yellow shirt. Sunburst yellow kit for him this evening. Contrasts nicely, if I do say so, with the deep blue Greek home shirts. Misplaced pass from Vagianidis, and now Italy will look to try and counter down this left-hand side, but the pass from Esposito is going to be won by Colioso. Bursting forward, though, is Italy. Strike at the edge of the area from Pisili, but it's been deflected and cleared. Striding forward was Lipani, entering the box late to try and latch onto it. But it was the shot from Pisili that was tame in the end. It was just behind Lipani. Not quite clicked in that moment for the Italians, as we've played 60 minutes. Greece 0, Italy 1. Reggiani with a foul there on Duvikas. It's going to be a free kick for Greece. Reggiani just jumping into the back of the Como striker. As Retsos has it, plays it to his centre-back partner, Hatzidiakos. Back now to Retsos. Forward it goes. Now to Vagianidis. Wins a throw. We're going to have 3 Greek substitutions now. They've made just the one, but they are going to change that now. Whole host of numbers coming on. Number 26. Kizaridis of Hearts is going to be coming on for Georgios Mazouras. As is Simakas, he'll be coming on as well. The Liverpool left-back who's been on loan at Roma this season, joining as well, is Androutsos of OFI Crete, so he will know this ground very, very well. I'll give you confirmation of all who've gone off as quickly as I can. Kyriakopoulos is one of those to make way, obviously, for Tsimikas, a bit of a like-for-like. It may be that Triantis was one of the others that's gone off as well. But I will get that confirmed for you. It is worth noting that Alexandros Kizaridis, it's his debut, his first appearance for the Greek national side. He's had a wonderful season that ended in that final day defeat against Celtic. His Hearts were looking to win the Scottish Premier League, and it'd be a different winner from the old firm. In fact, Greece in front. Forgive me, Greece are on the attack at the edge of the area here. It's now coming up forwards with Vagianidis. He's got pressure from Kolioso, trying to find a way out, but he's going to throw in the end. In fact, he's lost out the throw. The last touch came off of him. Kyriakopoulos went off for Tsimikas. Kizaridis came on for somebody. I will get you that confirmation as quickly as I can as it comes through, but Esposito is battling hard in midfield, trying to get Italy back on the front foot. A turn there by Retsos finds Rota, playing it out to the left-hand side. Greece still in possession. I believe the other one that's come on is Andreas Ntoy. Up forward it comes from Greece, up to Vagianidis. Infield it comes towards the Hearts midfielder Kizaridis. Back it goes to Vlachodimos. Now as Greece just calming things down. Always takes a slight moment for the players to gel as they just work out who's sitting where, who's in which positions. Vlachodimos sends it long up towards the halfway line. Duvakis is really battling hard, does incredibly well to get past two white shirts. Finds Vagianidis in space. He's got a runner going beyond him. The cross is deep towards the back post. Headed by Tsimikas is missed. And Finney will come forward for Italy, and he's just going to hold it up, play it infield. And now Lepani is going to break forward. Nadal is going to slow things down, however, and out it goes on the right-hand side. Italy looking to press. Basili playing it down the line to Seydou Finney in the right wing position. Hasn't got many options in front of him. Cuts inside now to Lepani, into Esposito, but the pass is wild and wayward. And through it goes to Vlachodimos. Reggiani had a real handful of Duvakis' shirt, and Duvakis just showing his age and his experience and his strength to win that ball. No foul, said the referee. Can confirm that it was Triantis who was the other player that has made way in all of those substitutions. Long ball sent forward but headed away by Nadal. Given back though by Greece, and they look to restart this now as Rota plays it back to Vlachodimos in the Greek half. 65 minutes gone. Greece 0, Italy 1. Well, just a reminder that neither of these two sides are going to be lining up in the World Cup this summer, which gets underway on Thursday. One of the three hosts, Mexico, facing South Africa in that opening game. The next up for these two sides is Nations League action, both in League A but in different groups. Greece trying to break their way out of the lines, win a free kick as Chiraroda goes into the back of one of the attacking players for the number 26, Kizaridis. Attacking players for Greece. Well, Italy are in Group 1 for the Nations League with France, Belgium and Turkey, and Greece in Group 2 with Germany, Netherlands and Serbia. It looks a very tasty group indeed. Well, as does Italy's group. They all do. That's why they're there at the top of the tree. As the ball goes back towards Rota. Infield it comes towards Muzakitis. Up towards the halfway line, but forced backwards of Greece. As Retsos will start again, all the way back at Vlachodimos. Vlachodimos involved in one of those bizarre Premier League flash sale trades between Newcastle and Nottingham Forest, or one or two others. Also saw Elliot Anderson depart from Newcastle to Forest, and in fact Duvakis is brought down and is going to win a free kick here. I think that might have been a yellow card to Luca Reggiani. The substitute who plays for Borussia Dortmund, and in fact it's a red card. There's a red card that's been shown here on my screen, and I can see that Luca Reggiani and Donnarumma's come all the way up towards the referee to have a word. It was Reggiani who has had a real fistful of Duvakis' shirt. It's not for the first time that that's happened, but a straight red card for that. You'd have to say it was, in the referee's mind, denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, but a straight red card for Luca Reggiani on his debut. And it will be a free kick. Well, he's not been on the field that long, and he's been shown his marching orders already. A red card on debut for Luca Reggiani. Not the start to his career that I'm sure he was hoping for. And what an opportunity now for Greece to get back into this. And Silvio Baldini, the interim head coach of Italy, embraces Reggiani, shares a few words. They'll have known each other from the under-21 days. But now what will Greece do here with the extra man advantage? Tsimikas loses out in possession. But Greece still not out of this. Ball forward up towards Esposito for Italy. Cut out there by Zolis. Surely this is going to be a huge turning point in this game. And now Greece will certainly feel that they can make a real fistful of this one as Rota plays it to Restos. Greece coming forward now in numbers on the left-hand side. It's with Tsimikas. Tsimikas, who got a goal in the last game against Sweden. Scored early on in that one. Can he provide a late one here? The ball goes forward, but it's been cut out. Rota bringing it forward. Doesn't have so well to evade the challenge, but he's got too many white shirts around him, still holding on to it, but he's dispossessed by Nadal in the end, who is head and shoulders above all in front of him, still going forward now. Nadal, all 6'2", really striding with purpose. His cute backheel pass finds Colioso. He's trying to evade the challenges, doesn't do so, giving away possession, and now Greece will come forward. They've obviously got that man advantage. Solis has got the bit between his teeth as he strides forward. Plays it out to left towards Tsimikas, who gives it back to Solis. Isn't quite going to get there, and it runs out of play for a goal kick. And that's the first time that we've really seen Greece move with some level of urgency. I think we're going to have some substitutions here now, as the referee just points to the bench. No, in fact, it's the cooling break at 70 minutes. So Greece 0, Italy 1. Still that 18-minute goal from Francesco Pio Esposito in the first half, separating the two sides. However, we have just had a red card from Luca Reggiani of Italy on his debut. So as we head into the final 20 minutes of this game after the cooling break, it's certainly going to be intriguing. But Luca Reggiani, he suffers the fate of a red card on debut with one of the Greek players, Dimitros Giannoulis. He had a red card on debut as well, the only Greek player to do so. That was was back in 2018 against Saudi Arabia in a 2-0 loss. That was a friendly, but today Luca Reggiani of Borussia Dortmund on debut. Straight red card. And now, what will Silvio Baldini be saying to his side as for the first time the Greek crowd getting behind their team? You can certainly see now how they've stepped it up a little bit. A few more flags waving. Scarves twirling round heads. So they can sense that Italy are there for the taking now. But we are just in this cooling break, which is just coming to an end as the players head back out. Ivan Jovanovic motioning with his hands to keep going, keep pressing. Turning it over and encouraging his side to push on. To not just get the equaliser, but a winner if they can. Last 20 minutes. It's going to be a tall order for this young Italian side, but this is the kind of thing that they will be facing in the future. 19 of the 24 Italian players have been called up for the first time. Will have received debuts in the last game. So let's see how this affects them. Let's see if they can stand firm. Let's see how that defence will hold. No players such as Bastoni, no Acerbi, no legends. They've all moved on. And in fact, we're going to see a substitution. Seydou Finney, who was a substitution, he's gone off. I don't know if that's because they've an issue or a change, something happened there, but Favazzuli is going to come on in a right back role. So Seydou Finney provided the assist for the, well, what would have been an incredible goal. Forgive me, it was a near assist. As it was Colioso who had a shot that struck the crossbar from about 2 yards out. Seydou Finney, he's only been on for a short while, is off. And on comes Constantino Favazzuli of Catanzaro. It's a free kick here to Greece, and Retsos and Esposito were just having a few words. Retsos just felt that maybe Esposito led with his elbows a little bit too hard. So, what will this last bit of play provide? We've also got D'Agasso, who has come on. Matteo D'Agasso for Italy has come on in place of Luca Lepani, but with Vagianidis on this right-hand side. Flicked in by Gizoridis of Hearts, but only as far as an Italian defender who's shoved over by Vagianidis. Misses out on the corner instead. Goes out for a goal kick. No, sorry, forgive me, for a foul, not a goal kick. Just getting a shot of the replay. The ball definitely came off of Chiaroria, but it was only because he was pushed. Right, 2 more changes now for Greece, as we're going to see Andrews Tete coming on. Another attacking change for Greece as they really try and apply some pressure. Tete of Panathinaikos coming on as well is Christos Zafiris of PAOK Thessaloniki. So Vagianidis has gone off. He's been fairly impressive, I will say. He's been running up and down that left-hand side the right-hand side for Greece all night long, as Esposito has an effort from distance which goes terribly high and out for a goal kick. So with these international friendlies, many substitutions take place. They can make a lot of changes. Just getting back to his feet, a Greek player just down, who I think just took a little bit of an extra whack. Just getting back to his feet. We can see that Ivan Jovanovic back down on his haunches again, surveying everything in front of him. What can his Greek side do now with the man advantage? It was a straight red card for Luca Reggiani. Tsimikas has it on the far side. Ball comes back infield towards Hatzikiakos. Out onto this right-hand side for Greece now, trying to make some form of dent into this so far resolute Italian side. Pressing forward now is Androutsis in his bright pink boots, skipping past though to the byline, but Greece can't quite get any further as the white Italian shirts hold the line and get it clear now. Chested down though by Retsos, trying to slip it in behind to, and does incredibly well, brought down though is Kizaridis, but the referee says play on. Long ball forward up the line by Kolioso, trying to find Esposito, but the ball was hit just a little bit too hard, and it's sent all the way back to Vlachodimos as the Retsos was there to cover. Greece can come again on that far side. Tsimikas has it towards the edge of the area, sends it across towards Tete, but it's cleared. And in fact, he did incredibly well to get that clear as they were rushing blue shirts trying to get in here, and Esposito's down now. And Hatzidiakos was the player to bring down the Inter striker. It's a free kick to Italy just inside their half. And so, what will the last 12 minutes or so provide in this one? Italy leading by a goal to nil, but they are down to 10 men. And Esposito has just called everybody up and forward, and Donnarumma is going to take this. They're going to send it long in the hopes of getting a second goal, I suppose, Italy, and then can sit back from there. They have won a free kick as Retsos heads it out to touch. Throw in on this near left-hand side for Italy. In it comes from Bertasaghi up towards Esposito, but he hasn't got many options in support. They miss out, and now Greece can come forward on the left-hand side. Up it comes with Tsimikas, with his hair in his iconic top knot. But his pass was misplaced, and Andrews Tete will chase, but he's lost out to Donnarumma, who sends it up towards Kolioso in the centre circle. That's going to be headed away. Greece will come forward onto the left-hand side now. Back with Tsimikas trying to find Zolis. Zolis skips past one, skips past two, can't quite make the third, brings down an Italian defender who's applauded by his teammates for standing strong in that one. Favazzuli it was, did incredibly well just to get his body into a position to win the ball, not only win the ball but also win the foul. Trying to come away with it, it was Nicolo Pirsi, but the referee says free kick. Favazzuli started in the last game in what was his international debut for the senior side. Made 67 minutes playing for Serie B Catanzaro. He joined there from Fiorentina in July last year. It's his first full season with his new side. There's a foul there from Zafaris in the back of Pierre Esposito, who did really well, just knew exactly what to do. Clever centre forward play, leaning into the midfielder to win a free kick. He's going to take his time now to get back to his feet. Italy will do all that they can just to wind this one down. Minute by minute. Free kick to take place. There's three of them sort of just trying to work out who's going to take it. It's not in a dangerous area at all. In fact, the referee is now going to show a yellow card. He's seen through the deception and the time wasting, and the referee branches yellow card. Not quite sure who's shown it to. Delivery comes in wide towards the far post, headed off of Kolioso, cleverly by the defender, and gone out for a goal kick. Dangerous looking ball in though. Rota had to get some form of connection on it. Thankfully, it bounced off of the back of Koleosho. As now Tsimikas has it for Greece, just inside his half, plays it backwards. But it can now come forward onto this right-hand side with Rota. Rota can still travel with it, doesn't have many options in front of him. I can confirm that it was Favazzuli that got the yellow card. Dancing away is Androutsos in his bright pink boots, the number 24, the substitute. Over onto the left far side it comes now with Zolis trying to slip in Tsimikas, but he's overhit the pass. It's going to run out for a goal kick. Donnarumma will take his time as well. Well, you can say that it's been a really testing evening for both sides, but Silvio Baldini will of course be the happier of the two head coaches, with his side leading by a 1-0 at the moment. Obviously 1-0 was the scoreline that they beat Luxembourg in their last game back on Wednesday. So 2 victories for Italy in this in-between time would be positive. As coming forward now is Rota, slipping into Duvikas, out onto this right-hand side. The cross comes in, it's cleared but not convincingly, and the shot off the post! And it's cleared by Italy in the end. It was by Zephyrus. His thunderous strike hit the woodwork. And Esposito's brought down. Free kick again to Italy. And that's the closest that Greece have come. It was cleared, but really poorly by Italy. Donnarumma was beaten. Zephyrus' strike struck with so much venom, but hit the outside of the post. Thankfully for Italy, it didn't hit anybody on the way out. A real warning shot as we approach the final few minutes of this one. Favazzuli, the ball on the right-hand side for Italy. Mane plays it back to Donnarumma. Sends it up towards the halfway line. Retsos wins the header, but misses out on the second ball. Bertisaghi, he can poke it forward. And now, striding forward, is D'Agasso for Italy. Wins a throw-in, bounces off of Androutsos. Thrown on this left-hand side. Coming forward is Davide Bertisaghi of AC Milan. Takes a few steps back to try and take a long throw to send it into the penalty area. But it doesn't quite reach as it's headed away by Zephyrus. Nudawa, who's been a real solid rock for Italy in the centre of midfield, plays out to Pisili. Pisili gives it back to Nudawa. Nudawa coming infield now, evading 3 blue shirts, does incredibly well to find Koleosho. He's brought down on the edge of the area. Referee says play on. Esposito pokes it out to the right-hand side. Italy still have it. They're pressing forward in numbers now. Can they get a second goal? As the strike comes in, it's tipped over the bar. Vlachodimos does incredibly well to punch over Favazzuli's efforts. Well, what a goal that would have been. Brilliant build-up play from the Azzurri. And a really strong fist from Odysseus Vlachodimos to keep the score at 1-0. 5 minutes of normal time to play. A corner to come for Italy on the far side, the right-hand side. In swings it comes. Punched away by Vlachodimos. Out towards an Italian player who doesn't quite get the ball. And in fact, it's gone out for a goal kick now as Rota was brought down. But it's a goal kick. We're going to see 2 more substitutions for Italy. Francesco Camara is going to come on, as is Faticanti. Faticanti of Lecce. Camara also of Lecce. Faticanti, though, has been on loan at Juve. Looks to be a little bit of confusion as to who is making way. And one of the players is the goal scorer Esposito. A rather productive international break for him. 2 goals in 2 games, and the other player is Koleoso of Burnley, who's done incredibly well. Really run himself into the ground. Could have had a goal himself. In fact, actually, is Koleoso coming off? We're unsure at the moment. Seems to be a little bit of confusion on the touchline as Fatakanti doesn't appear to be going off. But we will see. But I can tell you who is coming off, and that's Christos Zolis for Greece. He's going to make way. Coming on in his place is Evangelos Pavlidis of Benfica. And Anastasios Douvikas is going to make way as well. Coming on is Charalampos Kostoulas of Brighton. So a complete change up front for Greece as they look to try and sneak a goal back. And in fact, Pavlidis immediately into the action with a little back heel flick, and Donnarumma has to spring into action, and he pokes it out for a corner, and he comes and screams at his back line. Just to wake up Greece, carve through that Italian back line far too easily, and Donnarumma certainly let them know that they need to be stronger. Corner to Greece on the far left-hand side. Swinging in from Tsimikas. Punched away by Donnarumma to the edge of the area. Greece still have it. Out to this right-hand side to Androutsos. Cross comes back in. Tete controls into the path of Pavlidis. And they can't. They're too close to each other, and they can't work out who's going to take the shot. And Italy have a moment to clear their lines. They do so now. And it's a foul from Tete. And Italy can breathe. Bertasaghi was the player that was brought down. Tsimikas feeding it into Pavlidis. His first touch, a cute little back heel. Nearly an equalising goal. Donnarumma leapt to his feet to berate his back line, screaming at them. He's not somebody I feel that I want to get on the wrong side of. Real wake-up call for this young Italian side. As we approach 89 minutes, and it looks like that Italy will be extending their winning run over Greece. That'll be their 8th win in all meetings with their hosts this evening. As Kiziridis of Hearts picks it up now, sprays it out to Tete, who just barges into Favazuli. Tsimikas can send it in towards Pavlidis, who's stretching at the far post, doesn't make any connection, out for a goal kick. Donnarumma furious again with his back line, but it does appear to be all smiles in the end. Tell you what, if Pavlidis had made the right connection, he would have beaten Donnarumma, who was a couple of yards off of his line, backpedaling. Evangelos Pavlidis, I mean, what a season he's had for Benfica. 31 goals and 7 assists. Started in the last game, but rested for the majority of this one. So we have 5 minutes of added time. There could still be a Greek goal in this. Androutsos playing it forward up towards Rota. Now Retsos out towards Hadziakos. Has to pull it back. He's got white shirts for company. Play comes from left to right now to Rota. Rota, who's got players in front of him and around him. Those in blue and white. Plays out now to Kiziridis. Back towards Retsos. Coming forward now to Zephyrus, who's really starting to make things tick for this Greek side. His effort hit the post earlier. Tsimikas down towards the byline, trying to send in the cross. It was poor, cleared by Italy, and they will look to get this ball as far away as they can. And Ndao does incredibly well to gain some yardage and win a throw-in on the far side. So he just stretches out with a little bit of cramp. Cher Ndao has had a really, really good game in the heart of midfield for Italy. 21-year-old from Fiorentina. It's only his second appearance, but he's looked incredibly composed in this one tonight. Headed on, though, by the number 20 for Italy, but only to the path of Vlachodimos, who releases the ball very quickly as Greece look to get back in this one. Tete turning Favazuli, trying to get the best of him. Does so at the second time of asking, has a trip but keeps going, cuts back inside, finds Pavlidis, edge of the area, pokes it back, strike from Zephyrus. That's going to trickle out towards Tete as it was deflected off of an Italian shirt. Tsimikas sends in the cross now, punched away by Donnarumma, out towards Zephyrus. Now Rota, Greece are really throwing everything at this now. Edge of the area, right-footed cross comes in, misses everybody. It's going to go out towards Tsimikas. He's going to send in a cross now. Pavlidis will header and it's going to go over for a goal kick. Italy can breathe again. Strong punch out from Donnarumma as well in that. Really commanding his area. He's made all the right decisions when he's needed to. It's been fairly quiet. But you know, somebody of his experience, winner with Italy in Euro 2020, winning the FA Cup and the League Cup with Man City this season from his switch, having won the Champions League with PSG. He's a really, well, he is part of the future for sure. As Greece looks to come forward now with Pavlidis out wide left, trying to get towards the byline, twisting this way and that. Really, in the end, he's crowded out, asking for a penalty. The referee says no, he went down far too easily. Striding forward, does it really well in the end, is Pisili. He's had an excellent game as well, the Roma midfielder. Roma born and bred. Now coming to this right-hand side. Kizaridis trying to get to the byline. Has a cross, deflected. It will be a corner for Greece. Or was it, in fact, just a skewed effort? And will it be a goal kick? It's going to be a goal kick. As the heads hang low for Greece. It is a friendly, but one that they feel they maybe could have had a bit more out of, particularly having had that extra man advantage for the last 20 minutes. Donnarumma's going to send it long. We've got 1 minute left to play. Thundered down the line for Francesco Kamada to chase. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Kamada, I'm not entirely sure he's had a touch since he's come on. But Greece will now get this forward again as quickly as possible. Tsimikas down the line towards Tete. Tete, strong. Into the penalty area he goes, still going now, trying to find Zephyrus. Can't quite get there. Italy defending for their lives and coming away with it brilliantly is D'Agasso. He's going to sprint forward as best as he can. Does incredibly well, but he in the end tumbles down and Greece will come away with it. Coming forward is the number 11, Kostoulas of Brighton. He's missed out. And it's really full throttle stuff from Matteo D'Agasso, who's really throwing everything at this, trying to get the ball up as fast and as far away as possible. But Greece are coming back now, cutting inside. Kizaridis onto his right foot, strikes, deflected and cleared wide. Filippo Mane with a vital deflection that you feel like could have gone anywhere, but it is a corner to Greece. The Italian bench celebrating almost as if this is a cup knockout match. Everybody is in the box. Everyone's back defending for Italy. Tsimikas sends it in. Headed away. Headed back into the field. And it's gathered by Donnarumma in the end. It was a poor header. And the Italy players have their arms aloft as the referee blows for full time. And it's Italy that get the win here in Greece by 1-0. And wonderful celebrations from this young Italian side. Almost an under-21 side. All running onto the pitch, hugging each other. Silvio Baldini shakes hands with Ivan Jovanovic. He's had a really promising 2-game international window. But it was Pio Esposito's 18th minute goal that was the difference. A straight red card for Luca Reggiani for the away side really put them under the pump. But they rose to the occasion. And Italy finish this international window with 2 wins from 2, both by a goal to nil. Final score here, Greece 0, Italy 1.